What's up, nerds? Welcome back to Will of DDT. You got Obipity here. I'm joined by my co-hosts Bia and Anonymous, and we have a really fun. I want to say it's a really fun tier list for you today. Bia, Anonymous, would either of you like to kind of introduce it?
Yeah, for sure. We do a lot of tier list rating, like competitive rankings of things and stuff like that. But today, we just thought we'd do something a little more lighthearted, a little fun. We've been talking a lot about like how dope some of these arts are in the One Piece card game, and we do want to do a more focused list on like what the actual best arts individually we think are in the game. But for now, we thought we'd just do a tier list of which sets in the One Piece card game have the best arts, best alt arts, I'm sorry, and which ones have the worst ones. So we're just gonna rank them from worst to best over here, and it's obviously subjective, yada yada. Like some of you might like some of the stuff that we didn't really jive with, but the best way we thought of that we could do this is like how many arts in a given set are heat, like how many of the artworks in this set like really caught your eye and it's like, damn, that looks awesome. So we have what we call the heat count, and we are going to be using that to count the number of arts in a given set that are just like really really fire. And the highest heat count will be the best set art wise in this list, and the lowest one will be the lowest. So what are we kicking it off with, Bia? What's our first pick for the worst set alt art wise in the game?
Honestly, thank you, Anonymous, for tossing that my way. I was like thinking the whole time, I was like, man, it's been forever since I spoke. I haven't said a thing since the video started. How do I naturally get back in here so people don't forget who I am? But that's how you do it.
What are you doing here? How'd you get in?
Oh shit!
For real, man. Who let him in? Who let him in?
Guys, please. The people are gonna see this. But anyway, so we're gonna start from lowest to highest, right? Like he said. So this is all about a heat counter, and heat is a subjective term, but now it's kind of like it's basically empirical evidence. Everyone's gonna use it, and I want you guys to keep using it. So
we are right. Everyone else is wrong. That's all that matters.
Exactly.
That's all.
100%. But at the same time, like, is someone really gonna argue with you, like, oh, you use the term heat? Like, no, like, I'm not gonna see you like, oh yeah, that's a 9.8 out of 10. Like, come on, bro. Like, you can kiss
Right.
the whole side of my butt.
Yeah, you either know it or you don't, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's either heat or it's not.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So
we're, like you already see it on the screen.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we're gonna start with the lowest to highest. So we got 8 sets total right now. All right, and we're gonna probably, we're not gonna do this too often. It's not gonna be every set. Like, oh, do the power rankings change? We'll like give it like 3 sets lead time, and then we'll shake it up, right? Like, we don't want you guys to get too used to what these are. But
sure.
I think this is gonna be a fun discussion, and we'll start off EB01, guys. And the whole point was like the heat count. Though our whole squad had to unanimously agree that a certain alt art was heat. If even one of us didn't agree that it wasn't heat, then that did not make the list. So only 2.5.
To be fair, we do have a half exception in here. That's why it's 2.5. I will show you. Right? I mean, like, let's start off with Brooke and Odin, right? Like, objective, or like our objective.
Yeah.
In our opinion, I should say, those two are heat. I think all three of us agree that Brooke and leader Odin, incredible arts, and Flampe, as you guys can see right here in the corner. Adnan loves it.
That was my suggestion. I forwarded that one.
I think it's a really cool card, but I don't think it's heat. I think the artwork is great, but I just don't think it's heat.
Again, like it's really good artwork, and we set the rules, the unanimous heat counter rule, and Adnan immediately broke it by starting to cry about Flampe. So,
look, man, I just love how vivid it looks. It's got really bold outlines. It just has like a lot of like color and whatnot. It's a really doofus character. I don't like this character at all, but I randomly think that art actually just goes really hard. But
you also have to understand, you ruined the validity of the list.
I know.
We gave everybody the rules.
But I also ruined the validity of the worst entry on the list, so I don't care that
that's
much.
fine. Neither do we.
Honestly, this set sucked in every way possible.
Yeah.
The art sucked. The set itself sucked. It was a half set. Come on.
Yeah.
And I used to do. These like half sets aren't really working.
Yeah. And again,
moving on. Or do you have anything else to say?
No. I just want everyone to know, like, this is not a ranking of how good a set is. This is purely a ranking of each set's alternate arts.
Exactly.
Right.
If you like, oh yeah, I like the super rares. Like again, no, these are purely
We're talking
alternate art.
just alt arts here, right?
For
Yeah.
sure.
So moving on, number 7 on our list is OP04, Kings of Intrigue. And you know what? The alts in this one just weren't that good. If it wasn't for the SPs, this would pretty much be tied with EB01, and that's sad considering EB01 had no SPs.
So, but here's
So,
I don't think I don't think it was an awful set, right? Like it's just all of the arts
No, yeah,
were good to great, but there was nothing like, damn man, like I want that. Sugar was like the ones we have up here. This is what we thought was heat.
Yeah.
Like I loved Sugar, I loved Kaido, I loved Sanji. These were all really good, and like the SPs are iconic. There's no like at least every other type of SP has been duplicated except for Wanted.
yeah.
Right.
For sure. Yeah,
Exactly.
no,
Like
these SPs looked amazing. Honestly, in my opinion, Magellan and Boa in particular randomly look freaking amazing. Sad Beard, we know that's a controversial pick, but like he's reached kind of a meme status, and like
Yeah,
people are
he's
legitimately
iconic.
playing him just for that reason. Yeah, man, he's iconic. Exactly. I think that's the best way to put it.
Yeah,
Um,
I like
yeah.
this set. There are a lot of good arts in this set, right? You got the 9-drop Yamato. What else?
I love 10-drop Dofi.
10-drop Dofi. Crazy
But
card.
like,
really
if
good
10-drop Dofi was like textured better, or like
Sure.
again, it's one of those things. Like if the base art was actually the alt art,
Yes,
I'd
exactly.
probably be happier. You know what I
I
mean?
was
Like
gonna say the base art, you know, for so many of these super rares is randomly. I think, like as the game went on, a lot of times I think they started putting more effort into artwork just in general, and a lot of times that resulted in the base art being regular than the alt art. Like 8 cost Croc, 10 cost Dofi. There's a lot of other examples that aren't coming to mind, but like yeah, like I 100% agree with that. That's a dope art, but the fact that it's worse than its SR to me means it doesn't make the heat list.
True,
Mhm.
true. And then moving on, we got OP6. Wings of the
Heat count
Captain.
of 11.
Yeah. Adnan, you can go ahead and take this one away.
For sure. So, yeah, OP6. You know, honestly, now we get into the territory. I think OP4 and EB1 were kind of just the actual bad ones. Now we get into the territory where it's like, these aren't bad. These are all good, but it's just kind of like progressively getting better. So, unfortunately, for that reason, OP6 just falls to the bottom just because it doesn't have as many as the sets that follow it. But yeah, let's take a look at these arts.
Yeah.
Obipity.
I mean, we can start off with Moria, and I
Yeah,
think we all
man.
agree this is just a phenomenal, incredibly great looking card, right?
For
With
sure.
yeah, I mean, like
details in it.
Anonymous, you point out the details for this card so well, so I kind of want you to break down this card and why we like it so much.
100%, dude. One thing I love about like the One Piece artworks is like when they're very specific and they actually portray either a moment from the anime or just the characteristics of that character really well. So like just look at this art. There's so much going on, bro. Moria's shadow on the brick wall in the back with that toothy grin and those hollow, creepy eyes. Him holding up Luffy's shadow. Like he just, this could be the moment where he just kind of freshly cut, Luffy's shadow and he's holding it in his hand. The scissors that he used to cut it are like, up in the foreground, like, foreshortened. It just looks so sick, dude. Like the artist popped off with this. The black and orange is really good, and when you see the foiling on it, it just looks amazing, dude. Like this card is one of the best cards in the game, and the alt art definitely is worthy of it. Like it's just so damn good. I don't have anything else to say beyond that.
Yeah, the foiling and the texturing just nice. Like when you see like it on the board, it really does look really nice.
Yeah, and he's such a goofy looking character, but like, my god, they really popped off and made him look awesome for this. 9 cost Zoro, next up. Obipity, let's hear your thoughts.
I mean, incredible card, right? I mean, obviously, with black in the meta. Okay, you know what? I'm going into the game itself. We're talking about
Yeah, you're talking about the playability.
Just
You
art.
immediately veered off.
No, just the art, like, that personifies Zoro, that art. Right? This is like
100%.
Wano. You can see just how beaten up he is. 2, how strong he is. And I think that this card in itself, I think just the colors, the texturing on the card itself, obviously we can't show you the cards right now, but I'm sure you've all seen the cards. You've all played with the cards. This card, incredible.
Yep. It just looks dope. And we actually don't have that many card artworks of Zoro where he's doing the iconic, sword in mouth thing. Like,
Exactly.
and this is one of the
Yeah.
few that actually show it, and just the epic effects around it. Like, my God, this is heat, bro. I don't have any other word for it.
That is
It's
what it
heat.
is. It's heat. And then the manga. I
Oh,
mean,
bro.
like, it's just a beautiful card as well.
Yeah.
It's a manga.
Sure.
I think this is one of the few mangas we actually put in it. Not because any of the other mangas are bad. They're all great. But this
Sure.
one specifically is actual
Oh, so follow-up video, manga tier
heat.
list.
Manga tier list.
Manga
maybe?
tier list.
Maybe.
Oh,
I like that. I like that idea. Let's rank them. Because Loki, I have
Sure.
some opinions. I don't love them all. But this
Fair
one is dope.
This
I
one,
got
this one is
some stuff to say.
Classic Oda artwork just has that charm. It's nice.
Yeah.
We got seductive Shanks, as Adon likes to call it.
Bro, sexy Shanks, bro. Who drew this guy? I actually know exactly who drew this guy because he's one of my favorite artists for the entire game.
Yeah, he would be. He would be.
Those of you,
Yeah. No, but
those
he
of you
did
don't
pop
know, he did
Like,
pop
that
off,
is-
bro.
Yeah.
like the shading, the shadows, like the perspective, how like the wind is kind of warping around him. Like it's again, like this artist, like you said, and he captures aura, dude. Like it's good.
Exactly.
Yeah, his I think the artist's name is Egawa, if I'm not mistaken. And one thing I love is that he just uses red in everything. He uses red to outline characters, and he has this really scratchy outlining style. And with this image in particular, where it's like sunlit and everything, it's almost like a sunset or something like that. It just looks fire, bro. He just
Mhm.
pops off with his color usage. It just looks so dope. And this is not a good card, but it looks amazing.
Exactly.
No, I disagree.
Okay.
I think it is a good card. It's a
Sure,
it's a
sure.
decent card.
In an unplayable color. Let's say it like that. It's a great card for a color that's just not played right now. Hiyori.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a good-looking card.
It's a very nice looking card.
It just something about it. It just it appeals to the eye.
Yeah, definitely.
I just think the colors, just the serenity in the card or like in the scene itself, just makes you feel happy.
It's very
I
yeah,
don't know
like
what else
it's
to
very
say.
eye catching. And I like the yellow card effects, like the
Yeah.
borders and the counter. It really does just add to it. It looks very nice.
It's a common card, right? Like if a yellow player drops this against you, maybe you fall asleep. Maybe that's part of their plan. Who knows?
Exactly.
and
That's almost
then
definitely the plan.
This is definitely a hot take here.
I know
a
some
lot of
people don't
hate
like
this
it.
card. They think it's super
Yeah.
ugly, but you just have to admire the art, right? Like,
Bro.
It-
Yeah.
I know
it's-
you love
no,
this card.
it's-
I know
it's-
you love this art.
No. It's one of those where like the art itself isn't great, but the card looks so nice. Because like when the foiling is like on the sunbeams under the water, so like
Yes.
it's
Exactly.
it's so nice. Like again, I don't like the art, but they made the card so well. They textured it right. They foiled it right. That it's
Yeah.
probably one of my favorite cards because it's so vibrant on the board. It's really freaking nice, man. Like I don't know what to say, and I'm unapologetically a fan of that card.
100%.
No,
Yeah,
but-
like you said, again, the photorealism I know turns some people off, but like you said, when you see those rays shining through the water from the top left corner of the card, it's like, bro, goddamn, that is a really cool looking card.
Yep.
Buggy.
Yeah,
king
the
is
SPs,
love,
the SPs in the set were all really good, but I think the Buggy one
Yes.
specifically is heat. And I think it just shows Buggy in his like truest nature. And I think that's why.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Just Buggy, just celebrating
Buggy being
his
Buggy.
yeah, just Buggy being Buggy, bro. It's
Yeah.
that's all you need to say.
Exactly.
Accurate.
And then we got Ten Mom. I like this card a lot. One, it's super vibrant. A lot of colors going
Yep.
on here, and it
Yeah.
just shows again. It shows Big Mom as Big Mom. Like
Yeah.
Right.
I know the
100%.
the OP03 alt art shows her like this big, mean, scary, ugly, fat lady. This one shows her. I was like your happy grandma or something like that.
Right.
Or like happy mom, I should say.
That's
Yeah, for
such a
sure.
great way to describe it, Obipity. Like these SPs, all of them
Yeah,
captured their character really well.
exactly.
Exactly. Like Big Mom is not like like she's terrifying, but like I guess like the subversion there is that like she lives in this freaking like goofy, vibrant Candyland type place, and like this card captures that way better than the OP3 one did. I mean, the OP3
Yeah.
one was like disgusting, and I get that that's more of like a battle moment, but like this feels more like Big Mom.
Exactly.
And that wraps
moving
up.
on. We
Yeah.
got number 5. We got OP2. This one also surprised us a lot. We actually thought OP2 would be a lot higher. We'll just dive right into it though. We got the OG terrorist, man. Like, what more do you say about this card? And
Another day, another victory for the OGs.
I mean, it just shows big. Whitebeard. I was about to say Big Mom. Whitebeard.
Yeah. I'm just a fan of this alt leader style. I really like just the the manga headshots, like because it's the classic, right? Like it feels like a leader card. It's like not trying to be something it's not.
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%. Ace, man, this one is just so fire, and there are a few cards in the game that just have a really nice, just kind of splash of colors in the background, and I think this one has that, and that's why we put it above the manga. Like the manga and this are the same art, but the background of this actually just complements the artwork so much better.
Agreed.
Like,
Agreed.
It looks like
the
just
flame effects and everything. Yep.
Yeah, it's freaking dope. 7-cost Luffy. This one's fire, man. I freaking like it. It's Go for it, Obipity.
I mean, no. A lot of these cards, at the end of the day, it's just we're looking at them and we're like, yeah, that's heat. This is what it comes out to.
That's it.
Honestly,
Simple.
we're all three of us just talking about ass right now. Like, I'll be honest.
What are you talking about? Man, we're having a good conversation. Why you flake on yourself, man?
Kuzan's cold. Kuzan's cold. It shows how cold he is. I like to go around him.
Legit. Yeah, no.
Bro, are you having like a meltdown right now?
A little bit, bro. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do anymore.
Cancel the video. Shut it off. Nobody look at me. Anyway, no, I agree. No, somebody brought this up when we were at the case tournament, where they're like, "Oh yeah, I love the base art." We're like, respectfully and disrespectfully, you are absolutely incorrect. Like that's, it's just, we all had a good laugh. We didn't make him cry. Don't worry. But it was just really funny because it's like, no, that is an incorrect take.
For sure. No, the base art of Kuzan is really good.
It's very nice. But
like this one is amazing, dude. It just looks so good. If you even see the foiling on it, there's like a little, they foiled like a sparkle on his glasses. Like he's holding his glasses there. It's just, there's so much detail in like the foiling of this one. It just looks freaking amazing. Like the frost is just so well highlighted. It's dope, bro. And then, pretty much the exact same things to say about this one.
Yeah. Not much else to say. And then 6-cost Luffy. Not a really playable card, but like the card itself. Just looks incredible in person.
For sure. And I love when they include details in these artworks that like you don't notice until you actually stare at the art for a while. You can see Ace in the background there. In the flames, you can actually see Ace in the top right corner.
Like they're back to back.
Right. And like that's just dope. Like this arc was all about like Luffy going to save Ace, and like the artist paid attention to that. Like that's just that's fire, man. Like that's awesome.
Yeah, it was very on theme with the set. Like the set was called Paramount War, and he just captured a scene from the actual war, like where Luffy was involved. Really, really good. And this is one of those things where like the base art was so nasty. Like everyone called it the Eren Yeager Luffy.
Yeah.
You remember that? Yeah. It was so nasty.
So gross, bro. Oh man. Well, yeah. Thank God the alt artist saved it, bro. And now next up we've got Buggy. This one's just fire. Again, like a lot of these One Piece cards that I find myself liking, I just notice it's because like something of the character, usually their hand, is just way up in your face. Like the foreshortening on like Buggy's fist just flying forward towards you is dope. It's cool. It really fits his character. And this kind of like what you're talking about with Hody Jones in the last one, Bia. The foiling on this, it has like a bunch of rays like kind of shooting out from the point where Buggy's firing his fist from, that's just dope. Like that's so cool. And again, a lot of the Buggy art's kind of like we mentioned with Zoro. They don't actually show him using his power. Like over here, you can see all the little segments of his body, him using his devil fruit. Like it's nice. It's really nice.
And then you just can't end OP2 without showing Whitebeard.
The goat.
The goat,
bro.
Like the original banned card.
Yep.
or restricted. I'm sorry.
Restricted.
Man, this is one of my favorite arts, dude. So good. It's straight out of the manga.
Yep. Like the Oda arts, man. Like I definitely I don't agree with like just liking things because it's Oda's art, but like a lot of them really are just fire. Like this looks
Yeah.
really, really cool.
Oh.
So we got
All right.
OP7 up next with a heat count of 14. So you can see like the numbers are jumping up very gradually now. We went from 11 to 12 to 14. So these are just marginally better than one another, but yeah, started.
But we are in the top half now.
The SPs.
All the SPs, and then Jinbei, of course. But the SPs in this set, I think, are my favorite SPs so far.
I have to agree. Agree.
Right?
It's similar to the last set we talked about because it captures a moment. It's not just like an action shot or a sick art. It's capturing a moment, and it's like you're getting a gist of the character as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That Kid 1 goes so unbelievably hard, man.
Yeah,
like,
that's stupid hard.
Dude, I cannot stress enough. Just him rotting in a jail cell looks freaking awesome. All these Okiku, Dofi, Onami, just super vibrant. And Jetpack Luffy, I freaking love this. This is another Oda art. Again, Oda just popped off, bro. He made him look like Astro Boy. He's just like cute as hell, fist way up in the frame. He's flying. It just looks awesome.
Yep. And the texturing's really nice. You and I talked about this yesterday, where you can kind of see like a circuit board in the background.
Yeah, makes it look more technological, kind of like the Egghead vibe. So yeah, that's really dope. Isho and Green Bull having tea, bro. That's pretty cool.
Very Uncle Iroh vibes. I love it.
Yes. Uncle Iroh vibes, exactly. Irrelevant made a funny comment. He's like, he didn't like it because he's like, I can't tell which character the card is about. And we're like, bro,
who cares though? Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? It's so sick art. All right, and then of course you got Boa, you got Jinbei on the other side, and then probably the best art in this set, and maybe one of the best arts in the actual in the whole game. Hazel Hawkins.
For sure. This card just has so much going on. It's really dope, and it's like I love that whole thing where Basil holds up his cards again. They're very accurate to the character, and then like Bia, you and I were talking about this. Like the 5-cost Basil Hawkins had like an alt art that was made specifically for the champions at Nats.
Yeah, the top player.
Yeah, it was the top player Basil. That is significantly worse than this. Like this goes way harder than that artwork.
Agreed.
Yep.
And it's thousands of dollars cheaper.
For real. So get yourself this one, guys, if you're looking for a good
going into the top 3.
We got OP5, and this is one of, I think this is Bia and mine's favorite set.
I think so.
Yeah. I think SPNL, one of my favorite cards. First of all, NL is one of my favorite leaders. So this card in itself, the foiling, the texture, everything about it, the toes showing, everything about it is beautiful.
Yeah. You like your feet, bro.
What?
Dude, it's free. It's free.
Yeah, so I say. And then you got the Kaido as well, right? It just shows who Kaido is, how strong he is. And again, the foiling and the texturing, I think this was like the first set where it really, really popped out in the SPs.
Yeah. The mosaic in the background is just beautiful.
Yeah, no, I don't think any still image will do that justice. Once you actually have the card in your hand and see it like glimmering and stuff, it's amazing, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And then probably the most fun card in the entire game, just the Gear 5 Luffy.
Yep, that's my favorite art, purely because like this is like one of the most iconic moments in the show. I remember when this got revealed, people were like really upset. They're like, "Oh, spoilers!" I'm like, "All right, guys, sorry, they're not going to design the game based off of your viewing schedule."
You're right. Yeah, and this was the card they used at Nats. They had like a big cardboard cutout of this card, and I remember everyone was posing like Luffy with the hand on the head and laughing and taking pictures like that. So it's just an iconic card, man. This card's dope.
And this card was actually it was the prize card for Worlds.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I like this art better than the World's art. It's just the World's art is worth like $200K.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Again, get yourself the cheaper copy and the better art. And again, the same. This one worked out well. Whippity, you pointed out it's the same characters again. But
same characters.
I want everyone to appreciate the editing that Obipity put into this.
For real, best PowerPoint presentation I've ever seen.
Please comment below. Hey, Obipity, great editing. Wow.
Someone hire me, please. I'm struggling.
These arts are fun.
like just the alt art and L as well. Sick card,
dude. His spine is bending.
It's crazy.
Dude. Like I don't know what angle his spine is at right now, but it looks freaking dope. Looks maniacal.
Yeah, and then the 10-drop Kaido and the Sig Luffy. Again, just beautifully beautifully drawn cards. The coloring on them is immaculate. The foiling on them is immaculate.
For sure.
I'm sad that we can't really show the foiling on these, but like if you see these in person, they're
Yeah.
100%.
And be sure to bring up our ranking video. You know, just
sure,
let people know. Like, hey,
exactly,
let's talk about this.
yeah.
For sure.
Debate
Will
us on
DDT,
this.
man.
Debate us on this.
Yeah.
And then
Debate
our
us.
top two, like I mean, you know what you know what number two is. You know what number one is now too. But OP3, we'll go through OP3 first. Right, Pillars of Strength. This one shocked us. I will say this one did shock us. We thought OP3 would be a lot lower, but as we were going through it, we realized it's all heat. It's majority heat. Category.
There's a lot of damn heat.
Yeah. Like I mean, just look at all of this.
Jeez, bro. Like that 8 cost category, the first one you pulled up is insane, bro. That is just one of the best looking cards in the game. Such a dope moment, such dope coloring. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna keep rambling, but like freaking fire.
And unfair advantage this set had is that it's the only set with leaders like this. I mean, like
that's true.
The leaders like really set it apart. Like like clearly you guys can see there's only one leader here, so we're showing you like 7 other amazing cards, but all the leaders just looked beautiful. Even Iceberg's at the bottom of the totem pole, but he still looked really good.
And like Geen had absolutely no business going this hard. Like
freaking get over here, like dude, like just a random character who's appeared for like 5 seconds of significance in the story, and they popped off, bro. They made him look like so sick. I mean, like
I just wanted to know the reason.
Yeah,
what was the reason?
What was the reason?
Least, we have our the very first set actually.
Yep.
OP1 Romance.
Holding it down.
Literally everything in the set is heat. From like
another day, another victory for the OGs.
There we go. I mean, just the leaders. Hey, maybe we're just nostalgia merchants, right? Maybe we saw it's the first ones we saw, so like, yo, this is all heat.
No. Like, objectively, like these.
Yeah, but like, look at that, Dopey, Law, Zoro, all of it. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
The manga heads are just dope, man. And these cards to me,
oh my god,
these are what make the set, bro.
Like the Doki here, one of my favorite cards. Zoro, it's like look, let's be honest, the regular SRs in this set suck.
Garbage.
They're so bad, but
they're actually really bad.
The alt arts, a lot. Like again, another card, Sanji, the 2-cost Sanji. No reason to go this hard.
No reason, bro. And this, I think, is my candidate for the best card in the game, bro. Like, best artwork in the game.
Yeah.
Alter Yamato from set 1 is insane.
Yes.
Like, that color palette is so wild, bro. Like, red, pink, purple, yellow, green. And it somehow works, like, perfectly. The perspective on her weapon as it's, like, slamming into the ground and, like, the little smoke plumes from the bottom left. Like, this card just looks so freaking amazing. I think it's the best looking card I've ever held personally. Like, it's just so nice. And then Mihawk Bia, I mean, that's your favorite. I know you tell me about that one, bro. And that's my favorite.
It's definitely one of my favorites. It's definitely one of my favorites. Like easily in my top 5. It's I mean, just look at Obipity said, it's aura. It like the dude is sitting. It's not even an action shot, right? Like you're swinging 9K with a dude that's sitting down. Like it's crazy, and you don't even question it. You're like, ouch, that hurts.
Dude.
Yeah, bro, you win. GG's, bro, that's you.
Yeah. Why you hit me so hard?
This is once again by the guy who made Sexy Shanks. I'm pretty sure it's the same artist, Egawa. Yeah, and you can just see again he's highlighting things with red for no good reason, and it just
he made the Zoro there too, the Rush Zoro.
Yeah, and the top left, that Rush Zoro. Oh man, the perspective on that with him lunging forward, like about to take out a sword. Oh, bro, this artist just pops off. He does. Oh, he's amazing, bro. Every alt art he touches is amazing.
He did Dragon in the latest set, and Dragon looks beautiful.
OP7 was also. I mean, we didn't put Dragon in the slides, but Dragon is also a heat card for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's not much more to say. I mean, we could gush forever. I think Obipity, we're trying not to keep this too long, so I know I ramble a bit, but. Yeah, bro. These were just what we thought were like the best cards of each set to represent them, and this is what we came up with for the list for the order of heat in the One Piece card game.
That's pretty much what we're doing here. Yeah, I mean, if you guys enjoyed, like and subscribe. If you didn't enjoy, you suck. If you disagree with us, you're wrong. But no. Leave comments. Tell us
What is this
like.
outro? Just antagonize everybody before leaving.
Stop.
We don't need your views. Everyone stop watching.
Yeah, definitely. If you guys have any artworks that you think were like
Yeah.
really good that we didn't pay attention to, that we didn't mention them in the comments below, bro. Like again, like we love to talk about this type of stuff.
Or even just put your ranking on the comment.
Put your ranking. Yeah. Let us know
we would
what
love
you
to
think.
see where you guys rank each set.
100%.
But again, as a whole, we're happy to hear what your favorite alt arts are, but we evaluated each set as a whole.
As a whole, 100%.
Separately. If you guys want
and as a whole,
if you guys want us to rank alt arts separately, maybe we do that too. Who knows?
Yeah, no, I definitely want to do that at some point. But yeah, as a whole, in our like humble but true opinion, no set to this day, and it's so cool to be able to say that no set to this day has topped OP1's alt arts. They just collectively are so damn heat, like they're just so fire. They just look freaking amazing. So yeah, let us know what your favorites are down below. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, all that. Let us know if you want to see more videos like this in the future, and we will hopefully catch you in the next one, guys. Peace.